Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney, and while I did just show you my fall capsule and kind of that wrap up, today we're going to be going through my winter capsule, talking about a few things that I'm planning on making for myself this upcoming winter season. Yeah, so I also haven't shown you Jenny's finished fall capsule. That is coming this week. I think that'll be on Friday. We just have had a hard time. I've been gone. In fact, I just got back yesterday. We're being in Missouri for a week, helping to take care of my mom who's recovering from a pretty major surgery. Anyway, back, and so we just had a hard time getting our schedules to meet up to where we could film the video for her finished fall capsule. So that will be coming on Friday, so I did not forget about that. I promise that will be coming up. But today we're going to talk about my winter capsule. This was released last week from Everyday Style. I use their capsules as kind of a framework for my own sewing, so I don't feel like I'm giving anything away. She changed things up a little bit this time with her style circle. Previously, the capsule would include like access to a Facebook group and all of that. I believe now when you buy just the capsule, you only have access to the capsule, and then there's like a calendar planner where they give you, you know, like wear this on this days, that kind of thing, which I think is kind of fun. And I might actually, we'll talk a little bit more about that here at the end. But yeah, I'm using it as a framework. There's links to everything. I've purchased a few things that are not here yet, 3 things that are just not in yet. And anyway, so that's kind of the difference. The style circle includes the capsule, but it also includes like access to all of her signature classes, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that's included in that style circle. And I think it's only $10 extra for 3 months of that style circle. So if you are interested in something like that, you could do that, and it includes the capsule as well, or you could just do the capsule like I did. So anyway, a link to that is down below. Try not to cut off too much of my head here, but I have like my bags and shoes. I'll show them to you as we get there. And actually, after I got everything hung up here, it's not as colorful as I'd like, but I think we're gonna go through my colors here first. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm going to leave links down to all of the patterns that I have. Obviously the ready-to-wear stuff, a lot of it's not available any longer, but anything that is something I've made, I will leave a link down to the pattern, and then if the fabric is still available, I will leave a link to it down below as well. And if you are a newsletter subscriber, you received this, exactly what I'm going through on my own in PDF form, including a blank winter to fill out on your own, and also a blank summer. If you are in the Southern Hemisphere and you're going into summer, I have a blank one for you to fill out for your summer capsule. So that is all, that all went out, well, depends on when you're watching this. My newsletter subscribers also got access to this video Monday evening. So depends on when you're watching this, but obviously going up to everyone on Tuesday, but it went out on Monday, that with the capsule. So yeah, you definitely want to be a newsletter subscriber so you don't miss fun things like this. Okay, let's get going so that this video doesn't end up being a million years long. You guys know I like to chat. All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tops. So let's go through those first. And then I will, when I get to, I've got everything listed here, and when I get to the ones I'm gonna make, there's not a ton of stuff. I mean, I don't know, a fair amount of things I guess I'm making, but really just because I love to sew. So there's always gonna be things that I'm gonna be making that are gonna be on this capsule, just because I really enjoy sewing and I want to keep my wardrobe current, and it's my mental health. Like, this is my hobby, my mental health. There's just always going to be things that I'm going to be making. But I'm pretty happy with the breakdown. Everything in orange that I have on here are things I want to make. Everything in blue is stuff that's already in my wardrobe. But let's talk about the colors first. I didn't really deviate much at all from her colors, which is strange. So the colors for the capsule, and she has this posted on all of her social media. I don't feel like I'm giving anything away, but are black, cream, kind of a mustardy kind of a color. Then there was a cranberry. I've gone with a brick red, which is very similar. Cobalt blue, and I've kind of put interchangeably cobalt with like my navy. And then kind of a camel-y color, a beautiful warm camel that I'm kind of taking a little bit rust. So my brown that goes a little more orange as opposed to my brown that goes more yellow. Although I've got mustard in here, which is very similar to my brown that goes more yellow. So those are the colors that I'm going with, and you may be surprised to see black on here. And the only reason that I left black on here is that I am using it in just a couple of spots. So when we get into this, set that there, a little bit more, I was looking at some of the fabrics that I wanted to use for my winter capsule, and I was just seeing a lot of repeating themes. For instance, my shacket that's here, this is black that's in there. It's not navy, although it can kind of go either way. And I've got some fabrics over here that have black in them, even though the base of the fabric is really warm, and in my color palette there is black highlights. So I'm using black more as an accent. I also have a pair of black pants in here that I made last year that you're gonna see, and I've purchased a pair of black jeans that will be arriving. So I feel okay, and I don't even have like black, well, I take that back, my sneakers are black. So I just have a couple, I'm using it more as like an accent piece as opposed to my main neutrals. So my main neutrals here are clearly the camel and the navy and the cream. So that's kind of what we're working with here. Again, this is a little bit more subdued than normal. I am going to keep my dopamine colors in my wardrobe, and this isn't everything. I have a few other pieces that are in my wardrobe, some corduroy pants and stuff that I'll be wearing as well, and some of my hand-knitted sweaters. This is just my core capsule wardrobe. This is what I'll be wearing primarily through the winter months, but I'll be throwing in, you know, if I need a pick-me-up in some of the grayer days, I'll be wearing my, you know, Farm Rio inspired dress. Or, you know, I'm making the bright suit for Destashify. Things like that will definitely be coming into my wardrobe just to kind of bright and pop things up. But for the most part, just for ease and to not overwhelm, I am going with this color palette for my winter wardrobe. And I still think it's pretty colorful, especially when you look at the colors that I've picked. So let's get going on this. Okay. First, we're going to start with my tops. Now, this was one of the fabrics that I'm like, oh my gosh, this could be my winter capsule wardrobe. This is my Curso top. I made it from some Destashify fabrics back in, let's see, November. So you guys, is that right? Or October, and you saw it in November. This is basically the capsule that I'm working with. My brick red, we've got some of the cobalt, and some of the camel-y mustard colors that are all in there. Obviously, this is a tank, so I won't be wearing this, you know, unless it's layered underneath something. But I wanted to keep this in my wardrobe because I thought it would be a great little layering piece as we go throughout the cooler months. Okay, next I've got my Love Notions Arlington Cream Turtleneck. This is going to be a wonderful layering piece. This is in a, you can see the fabric. Can you see the pointelle? It's a cotton jersey pointelle from Minerva. Let me get the white balance back. There we go. The recovery on this fabric is not great. There's not a ton of spandex in it, but it's nice and relaxed, and I think it's going to be great for a layering piece. And I think the pointelle is beautiful. It's a real pretty, delicate fabric. You guys have seen these a million times. I have my navy V-neck cardigan and my navy and white striped, not cardigan, my navy V-neck Concord, cashmere Concord, and my navy and white striped boat neck Concord. Both of those are staying in the wardrobe. This is a darker navy that I feel like can go black if I wanted it to, and be a little bit more monochromatic. Just want to make sure. Okay, first thing I'm going to be making. This is one of my resolutions for 2023, and I'll be talking a little bit more about this at the end of the month when I do kind of a 2022 wrap up and then some plans for 2023. You don't want to miss that video. I've got some fun stuff I'm talking about. But one of the things that I will be talking about is how I want to branch out and just try some more pattern companies. You know, I have some core pattern companies that I absolutely love. I use them all the time. They fit me well, and I'm a big, you know, recommender of that. But I also don't want to get stuck in a rut, and because, you know, I run a channel and I want to be presenting you guys with everything that's out there and not just a narrow view of things, while still staying true to the pattern companies that I love because I love the way they fit. I do want to try some new to me pattern companies. And I got, this is a French Terry from Minerva. This is one of their exclusive prints. I was so excited. I bought two in their French Terry substrate. I love their viscose challis, so I was excited to try this out. And look at this. I mean, this is another fabric that made me want to bring a little bit of the black in. So it's my brick red that kind of goes rusty with a little bit of the mustard, and then this is black. So I thought that this might make a really fun top. And one of the trending items this winter are corset tops. And you know, I don't know, they're pretty fitted and that sort of thing, but I was on Instagram and I guess it must have just been released, but the new Made for Mermaids, and I think it's called the Carissa top. It's a top knit corset top. So it's a knit top that has like corset detailing on it. So it kind of gives like the structure of corset, but it's still a knit top, and it's got different sleeve options. And it does have a very like stylized, like a corset that goes down that's a little more cropped, but then it also has a shirt that can like tuck in, which is the version I'll be making. But I thought that could be a lot of fun in this French terry. Now, you need something with a good amount of recovery, and this does. Although the stretch, it is stretchier on the vertical stretch as opposed to the horizontal, which is a little odd, but it's just, you know, how the spandex was woven in. You want stretch on both vertical and horizontal for this pattern, but I think I'm going to cut this on the cross grain because it is stretchier on the lengthwise grain. You need at least 40%, and I've got 50% on the cross grain, so I'm going to use that. Cut the pattern out on that, but I think that this could be kind of fun. It'll be like a mix between a knit top and kind of a sweatshirt because it's a French terry, so not as thick as like a sweatshirting fleece, but still some good, you know, body to it, and I'm really excited about this. Especially, we'll talk a little bit more about my black jeans, but I did buy a pair of black jeans from Madewell recently. They're not here yet, and I think that that's going to look lovely with them, as well as with, you know, just regular denim. So that's the first top I'm going to be making. Okay. Next is my Vogue 8772 shacket that I made. I made this one a couple of years ago now. It's a hacked Vogue 8772. I have a whole series on how I did this, on how I hacked this. It was one pattern 3 ways on the channel. I'll leave a link up to that right there. But I just love layering this, and this goes, I mean, color-wise, it goes perfectly into this capsule. So, and I've been wearing this a ton. So I'm excited to bring this piece back into my wardrobe. All right, next up, my navy Montrose. And this navy, it's a little bit brighter. This is in the, oh, I showed you guys this. It's part of my fall capsule, but I'm bringing it in for the winter too. I think it's just gonna be a really great layering piece. And yeah, it's real beautiful. I love this, love it. And I wore it quite a bit when I was back in Missouri. So that's why it also just came. I washed it and let it air dry, but then it was packed. So that's why it's really crinkly right now. But yes, my navy Montrose, cashmere Montrose will be coming in. As well, and this has just kind of been, I haven't worn this in a while. This is my Itch to Stitch Bond shirt, and I made it in a silk. It's in this creamy silk. It just has a collar stand. It doesn't have a regular collar. And yeah, I'm ready for some luxe this winter. So I pulled this out of the back of the closet, and it's gonna be time to wear this a little bit more. In fact, I think I might put away my cream collared shirt just for a while so that I grab this more frequently. But a silk blouse just always feels so, I mean, I'm wearing one right now, but it just feels so luxurious. And so I'm excited to bring the Bond back into more regular rotation. I did, yeah, it's just a real beautiful shirt. Okay. Now, next, this is my nod to a Fair Isle sweater. This is my Lily Kate Makes circumference sweater. It took me forever to knit this thing, but it's got the my kids' school colors actually, which are both in my color palette for this fall, or this winter. So the cobalt blue, the mustard yellow, obviously it's on an ivory base, and it's cropped and boxy, and it's got this really cool detail on the cuff there that's raised. That was really fun to knit. But I just finished this not that long ago. In fact, I've only worn it a handful of times because it finally got off my knitting needles. But I don't normally hang it before anyone freaks out. This normally is folded in my cedar chest, but for purposes of today and showing it to you, my circumference sweater will be coming out and be worn this winter. Very excited. That's knit up in Malbrigo Rios. All of the yarns used for that are the Malbrigo Rios. All right, next, this was in my capsule last winter. This is my J.Crew. It's a merino wool camel colored sweater. This one also got washed at my parents' and then folded. That's why it's all wrinkly. I don't think it was completely dry when I put it in my suitcase. Love this thing. It needs a little bit of shaving. Jenny's got a sweater shaver, so I think I just need to go over and borrow that from her. But other than that, I love this. I just think it's a really beautiful color on me, and I think it just looks nice and classic. Especially, I do like camel paired with black. I think that's a really classic combination, and you're gonna see some of that here in a second. I've got a cobalt blue sweater that I did order from Madewell. I placed a Madewell order. I ordered 3 things: black jeans, this cobalt blue sweater that I thought would just be a good piece to kind of layer and all that kind of stuff, and then a pair of white sneakers. They were having a really good sale. So that is me pre-spending some Christmas money that I mean, that's kind of putting the cart before the horse, but I normally get a little bit of Christmas money in my stocking, and so I was pre-spending that is what I was doing, but everything was on like really good sale. My sweater was 50% off, and the shoes and the jeans were 40% off, so I went ahead and grabbed them, and they should be here soon, but that will be added in. And then my final piece is this navy Stanton that I've been meaning to make forever. I got this. This is the cotton bamboo jersey or sweatshirting from Blackbird that has the matching ribbing. So I bought this quite a while ago, and I've been meaning to make just a crew neck Stanton. So I cut off the hood and just do a neckband, and yeah, I'm going to be making the Stanton and probably omitting the front pocket in the front, so it'll be more like a nicer sweatshirt, kind of like a sweater-ish. I mean, I have my navy sweater, but something a little bit more relaxed, but still not hooded. So that's going to be being made up. Okay. Pants. I am bringing my Parker Ponte pants back. These are, you guys saw these last, this is my black pants that I'm bringing in. I just love these. I will be doing a sew along for this pattern at the first of the year, so get ready for that. It's a pretty easy to whip up pair of pants. I've made them, it's got a cute little cuff. I've made a pair for my mom and my sister. So I've made this pattern now 3 times, so I'm excited to make another pair with you all. But yes, the black Parker Ponte pants, they just look, it's a really good pattern. I'm excited to do that sew along. These J.Crew jeans are going in my winter capsule. These are just the straight-legged jeans. I had them last winter. I'm also going to keep my flares in. I'll just change them up depending on the leg that I'm feeling in the mood for. And then, like I mentioned, I also grabbed a pair of black jeans that'll be coming here soon. So you'll be seeing those pop up as well. I'm going to be doing the Know Me patterns, the Brittany J. Jones Know Me patterns. I think it's ME 2002 pattern. And I think I'm going to do, can't decide which leg I want to do on that pattern, but I've got this beautiful faux leather from Minerva, and I think I'll have just enough. What did I decide to do? I think I decided to do the tapered leg, didn't I? Or did I want to do the white? I can't remember. We'll do one. We'll see what I've got fabric for. I have 1.5 meters of this, although I have to shorten everything so much I can usually squeeze a pair of pants out of 1.5. Because I'm short, but yeah, I'm very excited to have a pair of faux leather pants. I don't know how often I'm gonna wear these. I do have a pair of camel colored corduroys that are the Mountain View pull-on jeans from Itch to Stitch that are up in my closet, and you know, they're the same color, so I will probably wear these interchangeably, but I just really want a pair of faux leather pants in my wardrobe. I just want to make them, and you know, I want to be creative, and I mean, I will wear them. They just probably won't be things that I'm like wearing to lounge around the house in. These will be more like going out pants, like going out for dinner, or you know, doing an event of some sort, but I'm excited about those. Okay, I am putting my plaid Sabrina Slims, because they are navy and black. Look at that. That's going to go so well. Made those last year, and I'm going to put those in. They're my plaid pants. But I'm also going to be making the Miriam trousers by Cashmerette and this wool. I showed you guys this in the fall, but it's going to get made up this winter. I mean, it's got, this is really more plum and less brick, but you know, it's got the brown with the mustard. And I'm very excited about making that pant pattern. And I'm going to line them, and I will show you guys how I'm going to do that when we get to that point. Okay. I'm also going to be making a skirt. This is some stretch viscose suiting from Minerva, and I bought it specifically for a skirt. So I'm going to be doing one of the Upland, or maybe the Gilmore skirt, but the Cashmerette, the Gilmore skirt's meant to be worn as a skirt or to go with the Upton dress, and or skirt pattern, you can put that skirt onto the Upton bodices. The Gilmore comes with the Cashmere Club, but the Upton has a whole expansion pack, and it's got a couple of skirt options there too. So I may do the gourd skirt. I haven't decided, but I would like a midi length camel colored skirt that I can wear, you know, casually or to church or whatever. But this is a basic I've been really wanting in my wardrobe. So this winter is going to be the time I'm going to make that. And then finally with bottoms, I'm gonna make these Resolution joggers. So I've got and my last pair of pants, I guess, are my navy blue Resolution joggers. They're kind of my athleisure pant. I'm gonna make another pair in the camel. Meant to do this in the fall, just didn't get around to it. Life got busy. My mom's cancer diagnosis really I mean, that just kind of threw everything to the wind in kind of a spin. But yeah, but things are slowing down and kind of leveling out a little bit. So yeah, these are going to get made up as well in the winter because I really think I'm going to wear those a ton. All right, now on to dresses. I'm making 2 dresses. These are scraps. Obviously you guys have seen the Indonesian batik that I'm making the Elodie out of. This is another fabric that I'm like, ooh, I like the camels and the mustards with the black, a little bit of red. So this fabric has already been cut out already into an Elodie by Closet Core Patterns. And then I'm also in the process of making a Wexford, which is a cashmerette club pattern. It's their kind of a fit through the bust and then real loose through the waist and hips, kind of an A-line knit dress. I'm gonna make the long sleeved scoop neck. I've already got it cut out. This is scraps. This is the cotton modal jersey, cotton modal spandex jersey from Style Maker. I'm actually doing a sew the look with them, and this is gonna be the dress. It's gonna be the Wexford that you guys will see soon. It's already been cut out as well. It's in this pile of things I took to Missouri with me that never got made up. So those are the 2 dresses that I'm technically putting into I have some other dresses that are up there, but those are the 2 that are definitely going in. And then, and I'll show you the jacket that's gonna go with that here in just a second, with that dress for the Sew the Look. Next up are my toppers. Now I have a vest that's going in that you guys can't see yet. And I apologize. But it's going into my winter capsule and I've been wearing it. So stay tuned for that. Next up is, this is a Lululemon. I inherited this sweatshirt from my sister. She had this. She's a big Lululemon fan. I've never purchased a piece of Lululemon in my life, but this is obvious. She's a summer. This is obviously not one of her colors. It looks great on me. So she gave this to me. Actually, we had a little bit of an exchange. I gave her one of my Stanton sweatshirts, the one that is a little bit cooler evergreen color. That's just the sweatshirt. Because that is in her color palette and she loves to wear that color in the winter. So she took that sweatshirt. I've got this one. But it's just a cropped, hooded sweatshirt that I took from my sister. It's really nice. So excited to put that in. My 2 Harpers are going in, my navy blue one and my camel one. This is the Sinclair Patterns Harper cardigan. It's a free pattern. It's a great one. This is my, what is this one called? Oh, it's a Lily Kate Makes pattern as well. It's one of her cardigan patterns. Be Thankful. The Be Thankful cardigan. I love this. It's cropped. This is made in a yarn, a worsted weight yarn that one of my viewers sent me because she had won it and it wasn't in her color palette, and it is totally in mine. I love this thing so much. But this is the Be Thankful cardigan by Lily Kate Makes. This will be going into my winter wardrobe. And then this is the other fabric from Style Maker, and I'm going to be making a shacket in this. Guys, this stuff is so cool. It is double-sided. I showed this to you in the, where I paired ready-to-wear looks with the new fall-winter release from Style Maker. And she sent me some to make up one of the outfits. So with that Wexford I'm gonna make, I'm also using this. See, it's black on one side, it's like a double-sided, and this beautiful plaid, like a brushed plaid cotton. But I'm gonna be trying, because I'm trying to try some new pattern companies, the Hey June Handmade Fairmount Shacket with this. So I bought that pattern. It's all printed, ready to go, but I'm gonna be making a shacket, like a heavy duty one, and this. My Aria shacket it's a pretty heavy flannel, but this is gonna be an actual shacket. Like this is gonna be worn just as a jacket, and I'm excited about putting that into my wardrobe as well. This is all laundered and ready to go. It just needs to be cut out. And then finally, the last thing is my Closet Core Patterns Jessica blazer that I'm gonna do in this mustard colorway. I had you guys vote back in the fall, just haven't gotten around to that. So I will be making a mustard Jessica in this, which is more of a fitted jacket. I'm making in that real bright yellow cotton twill. I'm making another blazer, but it's gonna be more of a relaxed one. The Jessica's a little bit more fitted, a little bit more classic, something that I will definitely have forever and ever and ever. So I'm excited about this will be a nice slow project to get into, but this is gonna be the Jessica blazer, and I can't wait to make that up this winter. Okay, so those are all the clothing pieces that are going into my wardrobe. As far as accessories, I have 2 purses that I'll be pulling from. One of which is my Michael Kors bag, my quilted Michael Kors bag. My parents got that for me, gosh, 7 or 8 years ago now. I love this thing. And then I also have this little Coach bag that's fabric. It's like a felted, like a wool, like a Melton wool. And then it's like all leather on the inside. It's a little bitty bag. I have had this probably since college, and I have not used it probably since college. So I pulled this out of my, bags. It's been protected in a little, duster bag. But yeah, I'm excited. Now that I have my closet redone, I've pulled I have better access to my bags. And so I'm excited to use some of these bags that I haven't used in years. But this one got put in the front so that I can be sure and grab that this winter. And then as far as shoes, like I said, I've got the white thicker sneakers. They're a little bit more of a not clunky as in, I gave my daughter my Adidas shoes because I felt like they just made my foot look too round. These are clunkier in that they've got just a thicker sole. The ones that I've just bought, and hopefully they work fine. They're a white leather sneaker just with like a chunkier sole. So those are coming, and hopefully, we'll see if I like those. But then I'm also throwing in my black New Balance. This is from last year. You guys saw that. Love my New Balance. And then my 2 Thursday boots, I've got my chocolate brown lug sole, my camel color Chelsea boot, and then my bean boots, because I live in Indiana and we often have to wear snow boots. So there you have it. Those are my plans for my winter capsule. We'll see. Actually, a lot of this stuff's already cut out and ready to go. So once I get through this stack here of things that I'm sewing, I'll have a lot of this made up. And then I think I'll delve into another cutting session, and a lot more of this will get cut out. So we are well on our way to finishing up my winter capsule. But here you have it. This is what I'm going to be wearing winter capsule. Now, as far as outfit of the day, hopefully here soon, my plan is to start putting outfit of the day shorts on YouTube of just me. This is what I'm wearing today. Maybe get kind of clever with it, but that's kind of how I'm starting off using shorts. We'll see how far we get with that. I'm just more comfortable with this format, but I know that in order to stay relevant, I do have to push outside. But and none of this, again, none of this will be changing. I am not going to all shorts. Do not worry. That's just going to be something I'm adding into the mix a little bit. So I thought an outfit of the day, especially going through like the capsule, could be really cool and give you an idea of how I'm wearing the winter capsule in real time. So that's all I've got for today. I will be back on Friday with Ginny's kind of wrap up of her fall capsule that we did for her. Most of the stuff, I only made her 3 pieces, but most of the stuff she's just put together, but we have some pictures of her wearing it as she went through the fall. So that will be up on Friday, and then more Vlogmas on Sunday. Excuse me. That's all I've got for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I really do have a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not slowing down throughout the end of the year, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. The little notification bell will let you know when I post, although that is every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So yeah, make sure you come and check back. All right, guys, have a good one. Get some sewing in, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.